3 a.m. That's when my whole world flipped. I walked into my own living room and found our HOA president standing there inside my house holding a copied key like she owned the place. What she didn't realize, my Marine son had just come home and she was about to learn she picked the wrong family to mess with. Act 1. The conflict begins. My name's John Harris, 52 years old, construction foreman, widower for 5 long years since my wife Linda died in a car accident. Losing her meant losing more than a partner. It meant I was suddenly juggling jobs she used to handle with ease. She knew the HOA nonsense inside out. Me, I could pour concrete straight as a ruler, but approved rose varieties and mailbox height compliance might as well have been ancient Greek. Every month, like clockwork, envelopes showed up. Fence color deviation. Mailbox 2 inches too high. Unauthorized landscaping. Each one came stapled to a $500 daily fine. Do the math. A guy like me living off a foreman's salary can't eat that kind of money without choking. That's when she showed up, Laura Evans, the HOA president. If you're picturing a kind neighbor trying to help, stop. This woman was the walking definition of Karen. Perfectly styled blonde hair blazer that probably cost more than my mortgage clipboard tucked under her arm like a badge of power. And she brought cookies. Yeah, cookies. Mr. Harris, she cooed, flashing a sympathetic smile. I know you've been struggling since Linda passed. I just want to help you navigate all these confusing regulations. I should have caught the condescending tone right there. Someone in your situation. But when grief and desperation blur your mind, a plate of warm chocolate chips can feel like salvation. She pulled out official-looking forms, pre-compliance inspection she called it. All I had to do was sign. Simple, safe. My pen was halfway to the paper when the front door opened. Marcus, my son, United States Marine, still in dress uniform from his VA appointment. He scanned the scene in half a second, the clipboard. Laura's smile, the cookies, and his voice cut through her sugary pitch like a combat order. Dad, step away from those documents. Laura tried to smooth it over. Oh, no need for that. Your father and I already have everything handled. But Marcus wasn't having it. He read through the fine print, jaw tightening with every line. Ma'am, these forms give you unlimited access to my father's property. Cite the municipal code requiring this. Her smile flickered. She stammered, tried to spin some vague city procedure excuse. Marcus pulled out his phone, ready to call the building department. Watching her panic was the first crack in that perfect mask. But instead of retreating, she doubled down. She played the victim card, how hard it was helping ungrateful residents, how she was just trying to save us from legal trouble. And for one embarrassing moment, I almost felt bad for questioning her. That's how good she was. As she stormed off, I caught a glimpse of her in the SUV outside on the phone, gesturing furiously. Marcus leaned in, voice low. Dad, she's not here to help. She's here to take this house. And for the first time, I believed him. Act 2. Escalation and the turning point. The very next morning, a real city inspector showed up. Credentials checked out, paperwork legit. Looked like maybe I had misjudged Laura. She swept in right behind him, clipboard in hand, all smiles. Let me hold your keys while you walk him through the basement, she offered. I didn't think twice. While I pointed at breakers downstairs, she pressed my keys into a mold hidden in that clipboard. Security cameras Marcus had insisted on installing caught it all. When I saw that footage later, my stomach dropped. She'd done it before. Precise, practiced cold. 2 days later, I noticed it. Tools out of place, papers shuffled. The gut-deep feeling someone had been inside. Marcus checked the cameras there. She was walking into our house at 1:15 in the afternoon like she owned it. Not just snooping, sabotaging. Loosening a handrail, faking electrical hazards, snapping photos for her next violation report. That night, Marcus changed every lock in the house. He sat me down. Dad, every encounter gets documented from now on. We're building a case. She's dangerous. And he was right. Because soon after, letters started flooding in, threats of condemnation, notices of legal action. Every day, another envelope designed to break me. And it almost worked. I'll admit it, I hit rock bottom. I started thinking maybe she's right. Maybe I can't fight City Hall, or HOA hell. Maybe I should just sell the house, take what little I could get, and walk away. I stood in my own kitchen, holding one of those fake violation letters, whispering, maybe I can't win. But Marcus wasn't letting me spiral. He dug deeper into county records, financial filings, divorce papers. And the truth spilled out. Laura's house was in foreclosure. Medical liens over $100,000. A divorce citing financial fraud. She wasn't enforcing HOA rules. She was running a con. Our corner lot worth $350,000. If she could drive us out under pressure and buy it cheap, she could flip it, save herself from bankruptcy. And then came the twist I'll never forget. Her nephew Jake, a broke college kid she'd roped in. She promised him $5,000 if he'd help document violations. But Jake wasn't stupid. He realized she wanted him to plant drugs in Marcus's military gear to frame him as a PTSD case gone bad. Instead, Jake recorded their conversation and reached out to Marcus. I'll never forget hearing her voice on that recording. We need evidence serious enough to destroy his career. Plant the meth, hide the metals. Make it look like stolen valor. My hands shook. She wasn't just after my house, she wanted to erase my son's life, his service, his honor. At that moment my hopelessness flipped. No way, not on my watch. Act 3. The showdown and collapse. Laura went nuclear. She smeared Marcus online, called him a dangerous vet, posted doctored photos of vandalism, begged sympathy with her cancer battle. Neighbors started whispering. Some believed her. But Marcus countered with precision. He dropped receipts, video of her copying keys, footage of her breaking in, Jake's recording of her plotting the frame job, even county records of her foreclosure. Neighbors turned. Victims from other streets came forward. The facade was cracking. And that's when she made her fatal move. At 2:47 a.m., motion sensors lit up. Marcus and I watched through night vision as Laura and Jake crept across our yard, duffel bags in hand. She tried the copied keys, didn't work. Rage boiled out of her. Fine, we'll do this the hard way. Crowbar to the garage window. Clear B plus and E. Inside her bag, meth. Stolen military medals. Forged court documents. Even a burner phone loaded with fake texts. She planned to have us arrested before sunrise, then spin the story at the HOA meeting that night. She started planting everything in Marcus's gear when Jake finally cracked. He pulled out his phone recording, voice shaking. Aunt Laura, this is illegal. You told me we were documenting safety violations. Her mask slipped completely. Shut up and help me plant this stuff. We need him arrested before tomorrow. That's when Marcus struck. Lights blazed on. He stepped from the shadows in tactical gear, night vision, still glowing, voice like thunder. Ma'am, you are trespassing in a federal contractor's residence. Do not move. Laura froze. Evidence bags tumbled across the floor. Meth metals, forged papers spilling everywhere. Jake sobbed, confessing, while Mrs. Cooper across the street called 911. Police stormed in minutes later. They found her standing in my living room, surrounded by criminal tools, her own nephew's recording playing on speaker. She tried to blame Jake, tried to spin another lie, but it was over. Handcuffs snapped shut. She screamed as they dragged her out. You'll regret this. That house should have been mine. And just like that, the queen of HOA terror was dethroned, not by gossip, not by intimidation, but by cold, hard evidence. Closing line. When power turns into predation, you fight back with truth, because evidence will always outlast lies.